weaver.wmv.com. I have a loom in front of the camera. I'm going to let this lady introduce herself. Your name, please?
I'm Jill Stan, a member of the Verde Valley Weaving and Spinning Guild.
Okay.
This is a floor loom, and made into a floor loom. It can be taken apart and used on a table also. And it's, I can show you a little bit of the operation of it.
Have you actually used it then, huh?
Sure.
Something like it?
Something like this. And as we push a foot treadle, several of the strings, warp threads come up.
Oh, yeah.
And we pass a shuttle containing weft thread of various kinds through the open space, and then release the pedal and beat the new fabric. And depending upon how the various treadles are connected to the threads, you can make a lot of different patterns. There's an infinite number of patterns that you can make with this.
So this kind of goes back into 1800s or 1700s, basically the same kind of thing?
Yes, looms haven't changed that much. Hand looms haven't changed that much in several hundred years.
Several hundred years?
That's right.
That's interesting.
Weavers used to be itinerants. They would load their big loom on a wagon and haul it from town to town and weave coverlets. You've probably seen pictures of hand-woven, usually blue and white coverlets, dating back to the colonial times in this country.
Maybe, Jill, you can walk us back and show us some of the things that this thing actually can make.
Okay. One of the first things that you think about with a weaving loom is rugs or wall hangings. This is actually made from mill ends and cotton rug warp.
Wow.
And you weave mill ends through it for the weft.
That's really nice.
This is made by a weaver at Rainbow Acres, which, as you probably know, is a home for developmentally challenged adults.
Exactly, yeah.
And I work in their weaving room.
So
volunteer.
So you teach them so that they catch on. This is really a good therapy for them. Good therapy for them.
Yes, and they sell their items and help raise money for the ranch.
Oh, that's
this
great.
is what you call a ruana, and this is again made by the group at Rainbow Acres. This just gets thrown over your shoulders and keeps you warmer in the cool weather.
Is Gary Wagner still out there?
Yes.
He's the administrator?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still out there. Oh, good. Yeah. That's really interesting. And here's some other on the rack right here for sale that they've also made, Rainbow Acres.
More rugs and scarves. And they do mostly rugs, placemats, and simple items of clothing. Our group does yardage. Our weaving guild does yardage that they then cut and sew into very nice garments.
And that you have quite a large display behind you on a hanger out there, and that's really interesting, pretty stuff out there too.
Well, we're having a good time with our scarf line.
Oh, this is a scarf line, huh? Okay.
And any scarves that are hand done. Some are knit, crocheted, woven, whatever, and we just thought it would brighten up our display.
So all your different members have made this?
You bet.
And that is the Verde Valley Weavers Club?
Weavers and Spinners Guild.
Spinners Guild, okay.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been associated with them?
I've been up for about 6 years. Lived in the Phoenix area before that.
Okay.
And did limited amounts of weaving because I was working hard at my job. So.
Sure. I have to ask you now, did you learn this from your mother?
No, I didn't. I took a course at Scotts Parks and Recreation, and we started with a simple frame loom.
Oh.
And did some weaving, and then I got hooked. And actually took a course from Mary Pendleton, who used to run weaving studios up here.
Oh yeah, really? Now, some of these ancient ones over here, this one metal one looks like it's pretty old.
Yeah, this is called the Struckbell loom. This was in the early 1900s, and is actually a girl's toy. They were making boy toys, and this company decided to make a girl's toy.
So it's kind of collectible.
It might be collectible. It still works.
Yeah, it still works. These other ones right here.
This is an inkle loom that is used for weaving arrow strips and is similar to those used in South America.
Oh, is it really? That's quite unique then, huh?
Yeah.
So this has been a hobby or things you've been interested in doing 6 years ago, huh?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I remember my mother used to do it. She used to knit and crochet and all that stuff, you know. I don't know if the younger generation does this. Do you know, or do they?
I think they're doing a little bit more of it than they used to.
Do they?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
visited the East Coast, and the Carolinas, North Carolina especially, is very kind to their craftspeople.
Oh.
I went to a fair there, and they had pictures of several generations of weavers and, you know, the big dye pots and the weaving.
Well, that's
So
great.
They learned it,
Well, did they?
handed down from generation
That's
to generation.
fantastic. Because,
Yeah.
well, so do you, in your association or club, do you have your guild? Do you have younger people, younger girls?
No, really we don't. We have young women in their 30s and 40s, which is younger than most of us.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember the big giant football player Rosie Greer.
Oh, yes.
He used to
Needlepoint.
He really loved doing that, and he was really good at it. He was well known for doing it, you know.
That's right.
So I guess some men do it.
And some years back, most of the good weavers were men,
Oh, were they?
especially the itinerants that I was talking about.
Oh, that's
were all
interesting.
Men. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And we have just a couple of guys in our guild.
A couple of guys. Well, that's good.
That's all right.
Kind of makes it a little different, huh? Are they any good?
Of course.
Okay.
We're all good.
You're all good. Okay. I'm gonna let you go, Jill. And if you want to give out a phone number or something, or just your club, go ahead.
It's the Verde Valley Weavers and Spinners.
I
And
think Linda gave pretty much that information out.
okay, that's
You know,
good. I don't
okay.
have it right with me.
But thank you and have a good day at the fair.
Well, thank you very much.